Yo, what is everybody? It's Crystal. You can call me Sylveon, whatever you guys want. Sylvia is also a thing. I am the coach for the Miami Sylveons of the GPL Season 2, and this is going to be our draft breakdown. Some of my thoughts going into this draft of what I picked, what I wanted, what I got, what got sniped, and basically my thoughts on how I'm going to do. I will go into my matches when they happen, and when I do my draft prep for week one, which you guys will be seeing very soon. Now, I do want to get into this that this draft, had me stressed a little bit, but I'm gonna have fun with it because there's a lot of really good players in this, and I really want to get good at this game because I'm not as good as I want to be. But we are going to get better. So let us get into the draft. Starting off, we have a bunch of tiers. We have G Max, we have S tier, we have A tier, we have B tier, we have C tier. We did this in 5 tiers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we drafted 1 G Max, 1 S tier, 1 A tier, 3 B tiers, and 4 C tiers. Obviously, certain legendaries and certain mons did get banned, like the WBE. That's pretty much what we did our things off of. But we did them very, very well. Kicking off our G-Max is Flapple. G-Max Flapple has a really good move with Grab Apple. It's a really strong move, and I believe it's. I'm gonna check the base power, but I believe it is 140 plus. I'm pretty sure. But Flapple is a really strong grass and dragon type. Normally, back during Sun and Moon, I wasn't too sure about the grass dragon when Alolan Executor got released because and then Flapple came out, and then I was like, I really like this one. I really want to give it a chance, and I'm going to pick it. So Gmax Flapple was our pick as our 1 Gmax, which is the only one we can actually Gmax. Now, for the S tier, we had a bunch of options, whether it be Zera Aura or other things. Unfortunately, that did get picked, and unfortunately, I did actually want something else. So I actually went with Mew. Mew is very versatile in whether it can set up, it can become a special, physical, or anything sweeper. Mew is a utility tool. Mew can learn every TM in the game, except certain things that I'm pretty sure there are moves it can't learn, but they have to be TM'd. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing it can learn. That's all I know. Mew can be a metronome. Mew can be a hazard setter. It can be a sweeper. It can be a lot of things. Mew is a god. Next up, we have A tier. We had an option to draft our mascot, but unfortunately, that did get picked, and I had to go with a different fairy type. I did go with Togekiss. Togekiss is a very good mon with the ability Serene Grace, with the other things of running Choice Scarf, King's Rock, with the moves and abilities to rock your world with Air Slash. Choice Scarf Air Slash is very powerful in my opinion, and has done a lot of things for me in the past. I really enjoy Togekiss, but it has some things that can kill it, and a lot of things that you got to be careful about when you use it. Next up, we are going to go into the B tier. For the first B tier mon, I went with Galvantula. Galvantula is a really good bug type, really good electric type released in Gen 5. Galvantula has the ability to set sticky webs, which when the opponent's mon comes on in, it lowers its speed by 1.5, I believe, which is a stage. And it really helps with certain things like Flapple, so Flapple can sweep, and other things to make sure that the opponent does not get the speed they want. Galvantula is there to make sure you don't have a good time and make sure I'm always faster than you. Next up, one of my favorite mons that came out during Generation 4, Lucario. Lucario is a fighting and steel type with the ability to run a mix set or a pure special or pure physical with really good stats in both and speed. Lucario is a really good mon with the ability to not be poisoned, but it also has the ability Justified, which if you know what that does, it's the same ability that the Sword of Justice has. When hit by a dark type move, it raises its attack. I have a lot of things planned with this. I merely sniped from someone who sniped Sylveon from me. I took his mascot. You took mine, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take yours too. How draft goes, my friend. For the last B tier, I actually went with Inteleon. Inteleon is actually a new Pokemon from the Sword and Shield games. The new starter, the final evolution of Sobble. Inteleon has a really, really solid water move that it got, its signature move called Snipe Shot, which will be really good when a Gmax comes out later with the expansion. Inteleon has a lot of things that it can do, like U-turn, it can Ice Beam, it can do a lot of things, it can also Sucker Punch, which is really nice against like certain things that are just like, you're at like 1-8, you're at like 1%. I need to come in and kill you, so I'm going to hit you with a Sucker Punch. You will die. Kicking off the first C tier is a mon I really like, Lapras. Lapras is a really nice mon to combat water types, and threats like Dracovish, threats like Gyarados with Freeze Dry, because Freeze Dry is super effective on water types specifically. And then it also has a weakness to it's good against flying types. So Gyarados, it's quad weak to Gyarados and quad weak to Dracovish, which both have a typing that are Dark Ice, and then they're both water types. Now, this next mon is a mon I really wanted to try out. I didn't give it a chance during the Sword and Shield playthrough, but I've been looking into it, and I decided to give Mr. Mime Galarian, Mr. Mime G, a shot. Not Mr. Rhyme, just Mr. Mime. I like Mr. Mime, I do not like Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Mime Galarian has come into my heart, and give me a chance. It is a fairy and ice type, or a psychic ice type, not fairy ice, sorry. It is a psychic ice type, and it has a lot of things that it can do with Calm Mind, Ice Beam, Psychic, and it also gets Fake Out and Rapid Spin, which I did not realize it until I looked it up, which actually reassured me that I want to give it a chance. But I really do hope that it will come as a surprise to certain people that this mon can be a threat if you let it work, you know? Next up, I had to join the squad. I had to join the Death Squad and pick up Dusk Noir as one of my rivals picked up Dusclops. I had to pick up Dusk Noir because I did need a ghost type, and this was the perfect opportunity to pick up one of my favorite ghost types. I did not want Gengar, I wanted Dusk Noir. Dusk Noir has the ability to Destiny Bond, but it also has Will-O-Wisp, which is really solid for certain things like anything like Dracovish or any physical attackers that are just like really a threat. You just hit them with a Will-O-Wisp if they're not a fire type, and they're less of a threat, but they still can hurt you. Next up, one of my favorite evolutions besides Sylveon, Flareon. I actually needed a fire type. I needed something low tier, and Flareon actually has the ability Guts, which with the Toxic Orb can be a real threat with Flare Blitz and Super Power, and occasionally Body Slam because that's a fun move to run. Now, I'm really confident about this draft. There are things I could have done better. There are things I should have drafted. I could have drafted Sylveon. Like I did draft something else, but the thing is I should have drafted Sylveon because I really do enjoy using Sylveon, and with the Gen 8 arrival, it's better than it was in Gen 7, which it's the case for a lot of mods, and I really do enjoy using it. But I do think this lineup is going to take me a little bit. Our first round matchup is actually against Shirai Shadows, which is coached by one of my good friends, Shadow. Him and I have a really long, yeah, really long rivalry together for the past like year and a half, 2 years, with a couple draft leagues, coming back from Chaos Season 1 to I think 3, Season 0 and Season 1 of GPL. That's more than it's 3, 4, 5 draft leagues, I believe, but I'm unsure. But I know it's been a really long time since we met each other, and we've had a lot of matches. We've ended up fighting each other, I think, every draft league, and we had a really close match. Our matches have been really hype, in my opinion. They've been a lot of fun. They never go the way they should. They're never perfect. But, like, I enjoy them. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this league. I'm really confident in this draft. I believe I drafted very, very well, very, very nicely to my liking. And I'm just gonna go out there, be me, and have a good time. I really do hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys want to see any special meme sets, please let me know. And until then, Sylvie out.